just recorded music, and I made an album, and I sold it in school. After the album was finished, I sold.
Winners, really four. You're playing on the four leg. Thanks for good luck. It's on 20 black. I've been second dozen or 26. Conjures, callers, winners, round this up. I don't see amount of winnings, I just can see the number of winners. That's all I can see. I don't know what to say, bro. I'm sorry, good luck. Then you're saying that I'm joking. So, thanks for noticing. Users, relationships, rounds is open. Congratulations, got 11 winners. Okay, maybe you're right, but why can't you choose the ones to begin? Random numbers, random dozens, random colors, time. Plan one strategy, follow one strategy. What's the problem? Maybe one target will win a lot. Full lines on 18, red. Third column, second dozen, more than 6. Time years, relationships, please, congratulations to the winners. When I played Word, I followed on the one strategy. I just played 7 down, and sorry, good luck. And it will be 17, 34, 6, 27, 13. Sometimes I can hit 5 numbers in a row. And John Lines and black. And here's 20 players won. Round this up. All we need to understand is just to follow one strategy, not to follow all of them. 5 seconds left. Sorry, good luck. Just did it 0, bro. I got 12. 100. It's literally huge. Let me check the messages, previous messages from friend. It's how casinos work, bro. You win, you lose. Yeah. Well, that's into black and second cultures doesn't win the 6 cultures that are shot as up, please, Jen. Five seconds left. Time's up. Good luck. And then 3 spins come. Oh, let's see, sir. Let's see, brother. I hope we lead there for you. This tumble lands in 29 black, or second home 3 dozen. Times your relationships. Congratulations to the winners. Well, let's start from basic strategy. Playing streets, playing 6 numbers, playing columns, dozens, sections. What's the problem? Not try to hit numbers. It's really difficult. Harder than you think. Time's over, good luck. It's a game of luck. But it's really easy to hit dozen or color section. We're hitting poison section 3rd time in a row. You can just please 100 and double it 3 times. And then 100. 17, alright. Well, that's 26, black and second column, third dozen win, 6 space. Trying, sir, I'm trying.
Let's go.
Gold lines on calling our son, Brett.
Bang, $18.
Four in a row. Four numbers for boys and 6. Started place your ships, please.
$30.
You just need something. And it'll be really easy. Trust me. 5 seconds. Alright, so below. Well, the lines in 14, red. I have a second column, second on it. Please. Round is started. Congratulations to Bonnie Brown. One more chance. 5 seconds left. Good luck. Alright. Full lines and 32 ready on second column, 3 dozen poison. Your round has begun. The colors through each place and shapes. Click. Nice. Right now. Ooh. And it's done. Full lines in 23 red on second dozen. This option, place your shapes, please. Congratulations to 32 red. Oh, looks good. Didn't hear our strategy, huh? I'm so very long. And another number from tier section 5 red. Old. The second column trees down that here. 6. It is set. Congratulations to the orange place. Please.
Is it going to be 7 in Boston or what?
Good luck, please. Alright. Full length and 16 red. Second dozen and here, section, once again. Just look at that. Why not to place how double? And not to double it every round. Literally big profit. Then, I believe I'm win, it's coming, but the big brother that everyone's winning here. Make sure your rounds are over the baseball as a 2 black and second. I believe last seconds. Good luck. Time's up. Lines 29, black, on second.
Back to 30. Back to 30.
Yo, congratulations to my music call.
Let's get this up to like $1,000.
Check the bits on YouTube how it works wrong. How the magnet works. I'm sorry, good luck. Stop working like that. Imagination. Back to back in two black. Second break. Congratulations to the winners. Round is open. Last seconds. Black time is over. Next round, hold on 10 black is the second call. First call. First up.
I really think I might be able to run this up if I made a deposit at some point. I don't know though. I don't really need to make a deposit. You know what I mean? I just ran that dollar up today,
Good job.
yesterday, to $50.
5 seconds on the race.
I might not even need
Good luck.
it.
I'm sorry. Let's see. What number we will get now. Next one, 3 rounds, third conquerors.
Oh, man.
Walks the 6. Good luck. Guys, you know, nowadays the phrase "flaky flaky" is pretty popular. What was the meaning of flaky flaky?
Let's go.
Then round dispose. Not as big as I wanted, but I'll take it. Nice to hear, brother. Nice to hear. In 29 we trust.
Back to back. Back to back.
Good luck.
For that back to back here. Bounce back. Bounce back. Back to back. I was gonna go up on that one too.
Hold on. Very conquerors, doesn't more than 6. Congratulations to the winners, guys. Congratulations.
To a
The round has started.
right there.
I'm sorry, good luck. Yeah, it's not enough. Really not enough time to place your chiefs. I understand what you're talking about.
Alright.
The luck things you have, I don't know, maybe more than one.
I'm gonna cash out. Here we go, $1 to a cash out. I might have been able to get it up there even more, but I need the money, so.
Noah.
Here.
Nigga, no, I be getting money. Laughing at your fake, cut this shit funny, yeah. When I came through, I got that tummy. Nigga, no, I be getting money. Laughing at your fake, cut this shit money, yeah. When I came through, I got that tummy. Wrap your whole crew up like a mummy.
Let's do this fire. And I ain't fronting. here on the weekends if I come up here drinking with my sons. So it's probably not even a fucking thing right now. But I'm not always
I feel
gonna.
bad.
I'm not always gonna.
I have to call you to get a girl.
Everybody know what it's gonna be. Campfire is country. Sing everybody away. Everybody. That shit hard. That shit is so hard. That shit is hard. That shit is fucking hard.
I mean, like, when I'm here on the weekends, if I come up here drinking with my sons, so it's probably not even a fucking thing right now. But I'm not always
I feel bad.
I'm not always gonna.
I have to call you to get a girl. Everybody know what it's gonna be. Campfire is country. Sing everybody away. Everybody. Oh, fuck out of here, Chef Boy. That is the hardest shit in the world. Everybody will. That shit is fucking hard. Everybody know what it's gonna be. Campfire is country. Sing everybody away. Everybody know bring it out of bed. Listen to Way's part. Way kills this shit too.
R-E-S-T is forever, yeah, we on another level. Higher than we shadows, man, we taking off the level. Okay, no one stand above us if they think they do, they in trouble. I'm the nigga that can, if they get him, got him, you know that I hit him with double. This is the shit that we doing. Movies is shit that I love, deep in my blood. I ain't never changing love, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Does this shit for myself, dog. Does it for my nigga and sons? Does this shit for my damn son? Cause he needin' some stuff. But racks on top of racks, this shit the type of shit that I'm trying to get, man. I ain't never gonna look back at the life of the nigga who had. Cause came from nothing, and I ain't frontin'. Let me tell you something. Never play no punk, bitch. Yo, let's be this fire. This is hard.
Kill that shit too.
And a fire.
Oh no, right here.
And a fire. I gotta go to bed soon. Got work in the AM. I don't really wanna go. Somebody just give me money. Somebody just hit the cash out. Somebody just hit the Vimeo. Somebody just hit the GoFundMe. Somebody just give me fucking money. Somebody just knows how to be. And I might just have to be the best of in the world.
Never said I'm perfect, you know everybody got the flaws. But you know that I'm about to tell y'all, these niggas ain't like us. Pussy niggas out here really won't fight us. They bad big mamas like us. They won't one night us or wife us. And I ain't frontin'.
I gotta go to bed soon. Got work in the AM. I don't really wanna go. Somebody just give me money. Somebody just hit the cash out. Somebody just hit the Vimeo. Somebody just hit the GoFundMe. Somebody just give me fucking money. Somebody just knows how to be. And I might just have to be the best of in the world. I gotta go to bed soon. Got work in the AM. I don't really wanna go. Somebody just give me money. Somebody just hit the cash out. Somebody just hit the Vimeo. Somebody just hit the GoFundMe. Somebody just give me fucking money. Somebody just knows how to be. And I might just have to be the best of in the world.
The best of in the world. Better in the world. Da 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 da. Oh, this is hard.
I just wanna make it all last. Occupy, in demand. We can fight, withstand. I know the supply and demand. And get them right in the stands. And get them riots and fans. And get the people all out. Sick of stealing from us. You trying to make it millions so we can feed us. Make it plus. Tell me, have you seen it? No. And we gon' work and break the whole game down. Tell me, have you done that? No. So why do you get on the go? Grind, can't stop worrying about it now. We don't see you, no. Don't matter where you come from, it matters where you at. No matter the color, red, white, blue, or black. He who is remembered as a matter of fact. Document your success. He who is truly blessed. Geek Squad, Monty Squad, thank God. Shy boy, B-I-Z-Z-Y.
Geek Squad.
Zay, gasoline in my cup. Zay, ready to. Zay, I'm done. Zay, come on. Told her she can get with me. Every time I see him, man, I wanna get a Zay. And then she got her D. Told her meet me at the spot. Zay, told her the midnight right on the dot. So rock up, never right on the damn rock. Zay, don't drop her right on my damn top. Do something crazy. I wanna fuck you, baby. I wanna fuck you, baby. 'Cause you make me go crazy. I'm so damn goddamn lazy. You let me get high. I look like I love it. Oh, no, no, get it high. Everybody on the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody on the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody on the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody on the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. They know it. I hit the club. I'm wavy, so what's up? Bang, bang, bang. I'm in the bang, 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 bang. When I hit the road, I know he does. Go, 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 get a roll on, get a roll on, get a roll on, say, go, 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 say, go, 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 go. Everybody in the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody in the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody in the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick. Everybody in the dizzy, bang, bang, dizzy, bang. Everybody going dizzy, dick, dick, dizzy, dick.
You know that bang shit? You know that bang shit? Chief Keef might have been influenced by my music for that bang shit. It's Twitter certified. If they would just give me back my Twitter account, then I could prove it. But my Twitter account is suspended for life, so or whatever. We do have new management. Maybe Elon will give me my page back or whatever, but it was unrightfully suspended. They said I had pornographic images on my page. I never had pornographic images on my Twitter page, especially at that age. But that's why they said they suspended it, and I never could get it back. But if they did give me it back, I have receipts on my Twitter account that show that 300 was looking at my Twitter account and was looking at my pages, or was at least looking at my Twitter account, and maybe even my dad Piff. Like, I'm pretty sure, but like, there's a tweet. I could explain it to you, but I mean, so basically what happened was, I don't know if this is the right setting for me to say it. I'm already talking about it, so I guess it is the right time to say it, but basically what happened was I had these albums on my Dat Piff page called Nothing Written, Nothing Written. Nothing Written, Nothing Written. And they were freestyles, songs that we made to other people's beats. That's why I put them out for free or whatever. And I was using Bang as my ad-lib. This was in like 2010. Or some shit like that. so whatever, so around that time, 2010, 2011. It was like 2011. And I was gonna follow a million people on Twitter. I got on Twitter in 2009, and I was gonna follow a million people on Twitter, and so I started following. I followed 1,000 people, just under 1,000 people. I followed like 950 people, 928 people, some shit like that. And there were a bunch of tweets. They were tweeting. Once you follow somebody, you can see their tweets. And their tweets were kind of sketching me out a little bit. So I was like, I'm not going to do this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do this. So I stopped. I stopped doing that. And years went by. I ended up a few years go by or whatever, and I look back on my Twitter account and I scroll down to the bottom of my Twitter account just because I was looking to see what I was saying back when I was in high school, you know, back when I was younger, and just to like look at all of it. I was actually looking for a link to a video that I accidentally deleted off of my old YouTube channel. And I wanted the link because I thought there was a way to recover the video with that link. And I knew the link was on my Twitter, but it had to be down at the bottom. So I scrolled down to the bottom of the Twitter account. I was looking at my old tweets, and I was looking at tweets that I retweeted. And when I had followed those 900 people, one of the people that I had followed, and one of the tweets that I had retweeted was SD from 300. But that was before they were 300. That was before, or that I'm not sure if it was before they were 300, but that was before they signed to Soulja Boy. It was before they signed to Soulja Boy. And I was using Bang as my ad lib on my Nothing Written songs on Dat Piff. And Chief Keef signed to Soulja Boy and came out with his album or came out with some mixtapes, and his mixtape and his ad-lib was Bang. The same ad-lib that I was using in my songs. And it freaked me out. At first, I was like, what the fuck? And it freaked me out, so I like deleted my albums, my Nothing Written albums off Dat Piff after that. I was freaked out. And then I realized, after I had scrolled down, and realized that they had could have potentially came onto my page because I had followed one of their music artists before they had got signed, and they could have listened to my music and took the ad lib for themselves. That's all facts. It's all facts. And it's stamped. If they give me my Twitter page back, I could prove it right now. And it's same with Lil B the Bass God, man. Like, you know, like, he was one of the first people to follow me. The Pack was one of the first people to follow me on Twitter. And that's the group that Lil B the Bass God was in. Lil B followed me on Twitter back when he had, like, 16,000 followers on Twitter. Now he has over 1 million. And I said the bitches on my dick line way before Lil B came out with Like a Martian or whatever that song's called, where he's talking about bitches on his dick and shit like that. Like, that's stamped. I already post that to my Instagram a while back, years ago, to show that my song had actually dropped before that, and it went top 10 on SoundClick. Beat It Like Bruce Lee. So I was on there before 2009. You know, I said 2009 in the video, but I was on there before that. I was on MySpace. I was on, you know, in the, you know, early 2000s, 2005, 2006, 2007. You know, I was using Yahoo Messenger, and, you know, I started using Yahoo Messenger in like 2004. You know what I mean? Like, we was on the internet. It's just we weren't creating content. We weren't uploading content. We were creating content, but we weren't uploading content until after a few other people had touched it. But it disappoints me a little bit. It really does. Because we had these laptops in high school, in elementary school. I went to Rose M. Gaffney, you know, like Rose M. Gaffney is a great elementary school in Machias, Maine. And we had our own laptops, our own fucking MacBook fucking laptops in like fucking 4th grade. You know what I mean? That we could take home with us and everything. And we used to make little funny songs on there and everything. Me and my friends used to mess with it and make little funny songs on there and shit. But we never post them because we didn't know. We never post the songs. We didn't know it was a, you know what I mean? Like, we never post the songs. We didn't have a website like YouTube is now. You know, YouTube's famous, so like, you know, YouTube, when you want to post something, you post it to YouTube. Back when I was in 4th grade, there wasn't a website like that yet. You know what I mean? There wasn't a website that everybody knew. Well, I'm sure there was, but there wasn't a website that I would have known in 4th grade to post to like that. You know what I mean? fuck. I'm gonna need a new laptop here soon. Fortunately, this one's battery is gonna die soon. I've had this laptop since 2017. Almost 10 years old. I'm recooking some fries in the pan in the skillet with some bacon grease. That's the way to do it. All this shit, man. Wash that. Some fries and some bacon grease. Cooking some fries and some bacon grease. Cooking some fries and some bacon fucking grease. It's gonna make them taste super good. It's the way to fucking do it. Fries and some bacon grease, cooking some fucking fries. Some salt. I'm gonna put the salt on after. Put salt on after. Salt is coming after. You know what I mean? My teeth aren't always gonna be like this if people don't start buying my music. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have enough to fucking pay for all of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna You know, like. Greasy ass French fries. It's what I want. That greasy ass fucking food, man. Greasy ass food is it's the worst for you, but it tastes the fucking best. Lots of grease. Oh, this is fire. This is fucking fire. I was gonna pour that, and I didn't. I'm just gonna have to scoop this. All right, let's take these out. Greasy ass fries. It's what we like. Greasy fries. That's just what I like. Bring it, bitch, and chicken right like a bag. Greasy fries. That's just what I like. Chicken, bitch, and chicken right like a bag. Greasy fries. That's just what I like. Bring your bitch and chicken right like a bag. Greasy fries, put the salt on them. got the tartar sauce. Tartar sauce on the fries. Let's fucking go. Finished product. Greasy, zapped fries, boys. Fire. Cars in the shop. Need better lighting. I look really dark. What if I do this? That's better. That's better. Fire. Fucking fire.
That was good. Tell me that. Oh no. How do I take this thing out? Pull it up? I'm not gonna try. Ooh. 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 Oh man. Buy my music. Buy it. Don't just stream it. Buy it too. Buy it. I wanna make a lot of sales. I got an album coming out December 25, 2024. As usual on Christmas Day. What when I usually drop. So let's go. A lot of grease. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a lot of pimples.
to war when Donald Trump is president, if that is how crazy he is to do that, there might be a draft. And my dad, Bob, my adopted dad, Bob, he was stationed in Germany in the 60s for 3 years. He got around draft and having to go to war by enlisting into the army. And they stationed him in Germany. He was there for 3 years and he was done. He didn't have to go to the Vietnam War. So hopefully you don't vote Trump back in, I guess, right? No. Yo. Follow me on Kick right now. Kick.com/ChefBoyardizzy. Trying to get up to 75 followers. I have 45 right now. Once I get to 75, I can go affiliate and start receiving gifts and getting paid for my streaming. As you can see, I'm working really hard. Trying to bring you guys the best content that I possibly can while living my life regular, instead of doing anything that's out of the ordinary. It's all about I'm all about creating real life content that people can tune in and watch and participate, talk to me, and have somebody to talk to, because I've done a lot of great things in my life and I'm a lonely person. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that you have to do great things in life to not be a lonely person, but I am saying that if it's like that for me, I'm sure it's even more lonely for other people, for some other people. So just being able to have somebody to watch that is doing normal things is keeps you sane. You know what I mean? Keeps you sane, and having somebody that you can tune in and actually talks back to you and participates and stuff is much needed in life. You know, you need that human connection. And as much as I say social circles are the root of all evil, I'm just saying getting too close to people is the root of all evil. That's when people can hurt you. So a little bit of social isn't bad. It's great. It's good for your mental health. So definitely still try to get a little bit of social in, whether that is coming to my page and talking to me, or in participating in what I'm doing, or getting out in the community and going out and doing things, you know. But once you're out of high school, for all you young people, once you're out of high school, once you're out of college, once you're out of that, those two of the biggest social circles in life, it's not like that after. You know what I mean? So you end up holding on to people, trying to hold on to people as much as you possibly can to keep that social environment going after you get out of high school or college. But it's really not like that. You're actually alone pretty much after you get out of high school and college. Once life starts, that's what life is all about. You're alone pretty much. So it's all about creating a family and creating your own social circles, and you know, creating the people that you want to talk to, creating your kids, finding a girlfriend, getting on the same page with that person. You know what I mean? Putting in a lot of work, a lot of successes, a lot of work, achieving successes, whether they're average successes or they're above average successes. As long as you're achieving successes, you're good. You know what I mean? So honestly, the biggest success the most struggling success that I am finding is money. But I know there's somebody in the world that is in the opposite position as me right now, that has all the money but doesn't have what I have on social media, or has all the money and has what I have on social media but doesn't have a social life, or has a social life. I guess that would be the opposite, but somebody with money that has a social life would be the opposite of me. That would be the complete opposite. I'm not happy though, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's because of the money. Like, if I had money, if I had, you know, $1 million in the bank and fucking, you know, I would be a lot happier. I would be a whole lot happier, because then I could participate in having a kid with a girl, or, you know what I mean? Like, me having kids right now just isn't, and I'm 32 years old, like, me having a kid right now just isn't in the picture. I don't make enough at work. I don't really want to find a different job that pays more. I would get kicked off of all of my supports except for CHCS. Maybe even CHCS, if I was to make more money, I would be working a lot more if I was to make more money. So I wouldn't have all this free time to stream, I'll be streaming like on weekends only. And I'll be working 8-hour days Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. It's insane. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know what it is with America making people do all that, but I understand why they do it. But once we get these robots, man, once we get the robots, they need to start finding a new way to do this. I think Virgin Benefits is the way to go for sure. Virgin Benefits is the way to go, especially once these robots come out. You know what I mean? And actually start taking positions and jobs. You know what I mean? I know there are some robots that are out, like machinery, but I'm talking about the actual robots that are humanoid robots that do what we do, the jobs that humans do, to take our positions. I don't know how far away we are from that. I haven't been paying attention to NVIDIA or Tesla or Apple that closely. I know that NVIDIA's stock went up insane. I didn't hear that from social media. I saw that happen because I was. You remember when I was posting my posts about on Cash App, when I was investing on Cash App. NVIDIA was at like 800, and it had actually just came up from like 500, and it was at 800 at that time. And then I went out to smoke like a week ago, and I saw NVIDIA, and it was at like 1,200 a share. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I literally just missed a $400 supernova. You know, like, that's what Tim calls it. It's $400 spike, like, in NVIDIA. I wasn't in for it, but I got out right before that. But it was like 400. It went up like $700 in like. It's not there anymore. They diluted the shares, so now it's back down to $100 because it got over 1,000, and they don't like having stocks that shares are that much. They dilute it or whatever it's called, so it goes down to a smaller amount, so you can still buy the shares. But the people that made the money keep their money that they made, all the shares, but it does all that shit. So whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's back down to 100. It's back down to 100. Yeah, that was insane. It's fucking insane, man. I wish I was in for that. I really do. That means that the S&P 500 probably going crazy. I don't even have the money to be investing. The thing is, like, you gotta make a big chunk all at once, or you have to throw away. The thing is, like, if you don't make it from a big chunk all at once, you end up putting money in there into the S&P 500 or into the stocks that you're investing, and then you end up having to take it all out because you need to pay bills. You know what I mean? So that's like the toughest part. That's what happened to me with Cash App. Like, I had $500 in my Cash App in the S&P 500, and it was going up, and I was making money. But that was one share. That was one share of the S&P 500. I had that a month ago, but I had to take the whole $500 out. I had to take the whole $500 out because I had to pay bills. I have to start managing my money better. Like I'm not like I'm doing too much spending, but I don't even do anything. Like I went out a lot more this weekend than I usually do, but I had to. I had no other choice. It's either sit at this house and do nothing, sit at this apartment and do nothing, and not talk to anybody, and no one talks to me, and not have any chance of getting laid, or just more years of just wasted years, or I could go to the fucking bar and try to get a fucking girl, like that's where I was at, and I don't even have the money to be doing that shit, but I can't just sit around and do nothing. For another 10 years, it's not. I was supposed to have a 30s. I didn't have a 20s. You know what I mean? So I was supposed to have a 30s, and so I'm trying, but it's not going that great. You know what I mean? No way. Chiefs Super Bowl rings have a typo? Get the fuck out of here. I gotta catch up on Rumble. This bed cover smells like crayons. Who do y'all got tonight? Celtics or Dallas? Who do y'all got? If the Celtics don't win tonight, we're probably going to be going 7 here. Rat stinks so bad. It stinks automatically. It stinks like so fast. Like, I'm not sure what it is that makes it do that. Like, it gets wet once and it stinks like that, but like, it doesn't do that for my rags in the shower. It only does it for the rags. Whoa. I feel so old, y'all. I feel so fucking old. I feel so old. Ribs look so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. My mouth's watering. My mouth's watering. Oh my god. Whew. Oh. That's the American Chinese food right there. Barbecue ribs. Look at this barbecue rib, y'all. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. Smell good as fuck. Oh my god. I haven't had ribs in a long time. Might have to get that from Applebee's at some point once I get my bag up. We waited. I'm sorry, Rob, Broadway Cannabis, but we waited way too long for our food last night. Way too long. We waited like an hour for that food to come out. It was insane. I just farted. And it didn't make a sound. You know what's weird? Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. You know, I forgot it was Father's Day yesterday, and I made that video and talked about Bob, not knowing that yesterday was Father's Day. And then my mom told me that it was Father's Day, and I was like, oh my god! I said Happy Father's Day to my dad. Yo, shout out to Maria Simon. Your Instagram has mad followers now. 2,000. And you're only following 114. Must be going hard. Must be going so hard out there. 2,500. Not just 2,000. 2,500. Maria's going places, y'all. Maria is going places. Everybody go follow Maria Simon Lazaro 2. MariaSimonLazaro 2. Go follow her and listen to her music. I'm done hitting on girls at the par. I'm done. If I go to the par tonight, I'm solely there to watch the game. If any pitchers want to come up and talk to me, they can. But I'm done running around the par trying to find pitches to come back and zank with me. You know what I mean? I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, it's over.
Get our onions cut into this, get the bacon on the griddle and fry it up. Remove it, get our onion disc into that bacon grease, hit it with salt and honey for caramelization, and get the patties on the griddle. Right now we're going to do a little cheat code, making some crispy cheese, adding that onion right in there to hold it in place, adding bacon and cheese to those burgers, and while that cheese melts, we're going to make the sauce. That's mayo, hot sauce, ketchup, mustard, and relish. Let's take a look. That cheese is melted, and it's looking good, and it's time to assemble. Flying Dutchman.
Oh my God.
Messy,
Flying Dutchman?
Our burgers up.
You fucking kidding me?
Disc, get the bacon on the griddle and fry it up. Remove it. Get our onion disc into that bacon grease, hit it with salt and honey for caramelization, and get the patties on the griddle. Right now we're going to do a little cheat code, making some
It's not.
cheese,
It's
adding
really.
that onion right in there to hold it in place, adding bacon. Right in there to hold it in place, adding bacon and cheese to those
Now you
burgers,
can't see it
and
at
while
all.
that cheese melts, make the sauce. That's mayo, hot sauce, ketchup, mustard, and relish. Let's take a look. That cheese is melted, and it's looking good.
Oh my
and
God, the
it's time
Flying
to assemble
fucking Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman. It
Holy
is messy,
shit.
but delicious.
It's gonna make me shit my fucking pants. You know what they should do? They should do that. They should do that. They should come up with a place that only that makes different types of food for you. Not just doesn't have a menu, you know what I mean? Like all of like these like the Flying Dutchman, like that, like what I just showed you. They should make a place that you can go and be like, I want a Flying Dutchman, and they make you a Flying Dutchman. You know what I mean? Instead of having like an actual menu. So they should name all these different dishes and just fucking. Some of these dishes you see on Instagram are just ridiculous. I want a Flying Dutchman. Someone make me a Flying Dutchman and deliver it to my crib. I gotta save that.
A Flying Dutchman. It is messy but delicious. Go ahead, season our burgers up, get our onions cut into discs, get the bacon on the griddle and fry it up. Remove it, get our onion disc into that bacon grease, hit it with salt and honey for caramelization.
Oh, the
Get
honey.
patties
Oh, my mouth. It's watering. Oh. The honey on the onion. Oh. Fuck yeah. The honey on the onion. That NVIDIA push was like the GameStop push. That NVIDIA push was like fucking Bitcoin. I'm sure that's all they were talking about on CNBC. Not sure about now, but probably not now, but I bet you. I don't watch the news anymore because I don't have television, but I'm sure that's all they were talking about. Actually, I'm gonna subscribe to CNBC. I'm sure they have a YouTube channel. Let me see what they're talking about. CNBC. Let's go. Let's subscribe. Doesn't look like they talked about it in the past. Nine days. This is the way to look at it right here. On YouTube. It's got a bunch of great videos on here. I see why they get so many views. Just because you have 3 million subscribers on YouTube, that doesn't mean that every one of your videos is getting 100K. And that's what it looks like on CNBC. Why hundreds of U.S. banks are at risk of failing. Okay, I'll watch this video. Why a 100K salary can buy the American dream. 2 months ago, CNBC.
More than half of Americans say they would need at least $100,000 a year to be financially comfortable.
The benchmark of a six-figure salary used to be the gold standard income. It represented the tipping point of finally earning a disposable income and building a savings, spending based on your wants, not just your needs.
The American dream is what makes a middle-class lifestyle. You're able to pay your bills. You're able to put food on the table, put a roof over your family's head, and you have...
You know what? I'm going to watch this on here so you can watch it with me. Find the video first.
And you had some additional savings.
Now, people making well over six figures are still living paycheck to paycheck. What used to symbolize financial freedom is now keeping people stressed about making ends meet.
26% say they would need more. A salary in the range of $100,000 to $149,000 per year would make them feel financially comfortable.
I think unfortunately what has happened is that wages haven't kept up with the cost of living by and large for the last 50 years or so. And so it becomes increasingly hard for many families to be able to attain that sort of middle-class lifestyle, that American dream.
How much you need to feel financially certain of your in certain parts of the country, like San Francisco, where it costs so much more just to cover your daily expenses.
Here's why a $100,000 household income no longer buys the American dream. Go Banking Rates analyzed how much a family of 2 adults and 2 children would need in each state to own a home, a car, and a pet, as well as have additional 20% of their income for savings and 30% for discretionary spending.
More of what the American dream means is some amount of economy that you feel like you can get by, do better, maybe do better, maybe be more able to your future.
All states require more than $100,000 income. Each states needing $140,000. Several states in Kentucky need between $100,000 and $100,000. The income for household people was between $71,000 and $87,000. California and Massachusetts are the most expensive. Each requires an annual income of more than $40,000. The median income for those through 2022, at least $94,000 required for the American dream. A different analysis from EPI found that in about 80% of the country, a family of four can afford their basic needs on less. Those include things such as housing, food, transportation, healthcare, childcare, taxes, and a few other necessities.
Rainy day, if something happens to somebody or if they lose their job, so there's no things that people consider a part of the American dream.
Only about 3% of those counties have higher than
You said you could family, and now those milestones are harder to achieve.
You get a great job, you harder yourself in middle class off of a high school. But now, when you get into the high school, it's clearly not enough. Right now, you gotta pay off
large balances, and if you're on the same sort of career trajectory of disability that you maybe would have had a generation ago, the down payment on a home.
Student loan debt and $1.77 trillion in the first quarter of 2023 have a ripple effect, especially when entire generations are starting their adulthoods with thousands of dollars in debt.
So when you think about the kinds of investments you want to make for your children, the cost of college has gone up a lot faster than overall inflation. So trying to make those investments on a smaller and smaller paycheck compared to the cost of living can be very different. The young people can rack up. Going to college gets larger and larger, and your ability to then make it to move out of your parents' house.
They
those
don't
things become much
say
more difficult.
keeping your job.
Is people
It's
owning
not just
property and
getting
having
the
children.
job, it's keeping the
becoming
fucking
those
Despite feeling afforded, 60% of young millennials and Z are still staying at home is part of their dream. 66% of US surveys say rises leave them feeling home. 2% of respondents have 17% of all buyers said that down payment was the most task in the price. And 52% that later will take fiscal science a household income of $90,000. That means that we need $110,000 to afford the interest, taxes, and a median price home. But the median household income in the United States was a little under $75,000.
If you're born into a nice neighborhood, in which your parents have lots of wealth, lots of income, your chances of doing well are vastly improved. Part of that's home ownership.
Collectively, Americans owe $1.13 trillion on their credit cards.
Inflation is purchasing power, reducing their ability to save for their future or invest long term. So that loss of financial stability can be a sense of feelings of uncertainty, or it can be building resilience overall.
Adjusted became a substitute for income, where Americans said that they are more spending money despite economic concerns.
There's also adults are feeling more discouraged in their own financial standing, so in that way they're less inclined to save for long-term goals and likely just live in the moment. It's just sort of that mentality, like you only live once, take that Swift concert or other ticket item.
73% of Gen Zers say the current economy makes sense.
And it's about spending life and make the most of what you have, even if you can't. People are indulging to the extreme, and I think we often find it's gonna change our life, or it's gonna give us this emotion that we feel like we're missing, and it's like resting, and I think we're missing something that we need to give to ourselves. I think that's a big issue with consumerism, and media has changed the conversation so much because it's not only celebrities that are presenting themselves this way, but even people feel like they're just not measuring up. They can't financially compete. There's a lot of people in search of it.
Are you able to have a lot of arguments that these things matter?
Hybrids are beating EVs in the US. That's probably because the US still hasn't got rid of gas stations. And there aren't enough charging ports for EVs, and not enough people own homes to charge them at their house. So I'm sure people that are buying cars might have the money to buy a house, but you still need gas. Like, you still got gas, Like, people don't want to rely on the battery like that. You know what I mean? Not saying it is bad, because it's better for the environment and everything, but they just put a charging port actually right on Broadway for Teslas. What? What's next for Tesla superchargers after Elon Musk laid off the entire team? What the fuck is going on, my guy? What in the world is going on? L-Stream, W's in the chat, motherfucker. Fuck you. W's. Fucking prick. W-Stream. W-Stream. Oh, he followed, though. You followed. Okay, you're good. You're good. It says you followed, so you're good. I don't know what the L stream, loser stream, or some shit like. So I was thinking like, fuck, W's in the chat, nigga. W's in the fat, nigga. We need some W's in the fat right now, my boy. You feel me, bro? Some dubs in the fat, man. A little too far back. Some of those are a little too far back, too. Alright, we'll watch this. Will Trump go to jail? Here's what to expect from the former presidents.
The defendant, Donald J. Trump, is guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree.
This is a scam. This is a rigged trial
To conceal a scheme to corrupt the 2016 election.
If they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone.
This is a completely unprecedented case. The United States has never seen a former or current president be charged with a crime, be convicted of a crime, or be sentenced for a crime. It's unheard of for a former president to go to jail. Donald Trump's going to be sentenced as scheduled on July 11th in Manhattan Supreme Court. That's only 4 days before the start of the Republican National Committee, which is going to coronate him.
Case follows its normal course in New York. What happens now is a report back to the judge with a sentence recommendation. And with a normal human being, they'd be out interviewing family members and friends to determine what kind of character the defendant has.
It may seem like it may not be necessary in this case, but it will be helpful. It'll talk about his birth. It'll go into the judge determination as to sentencing.
The defense attorneys, on the other hand, are going to make an argument that he should jail time. They've already said that because of his status as president, the fact that this is the first offense, because of the fact that this is the lowest level of felony in New York State, and because of the fact that the vast majority of people that are convicted of this crime don't serve a period of incarceration.
E felony, which is what this is, he could be fined or should be confined to home. There are all kinds of options here. He's a first-time offender, and normally do not get jail time on this offense.
Offenders for these types of offenses don't typically. The officer who's not going to say, I can't keep this person safe inside my facility.
He could be sentenced to a condition, which means that the judge could set a series of conditions saying, for example, don't commit any misdeeds. And if he doesn't comply with that, the judge could then
Thinking as they must. Here we have a 77-year-old defendant and should weigh in favor of the defendant.
Donald Trump has said, he said in an interview recently, that his family wouldn't like it.
I don't know that the public would stand it, I don't know. I think for the public to take, at a certain point, there's a breaking point.
I think we trial there will judge that decision.
So I've tried a lot of criminal cases. I've never seen it didn't happen here.
He also has a defendant here who argued that he's innocent, but this is all the by the Department of Justice when there's evidence to back that up. He's attacked the motives of the district attorney in this case, the individual prosecutor in this case.
I've seen people doing certain during proceedings, let alone going outside and dancing up in this case to give him a fair trial.
So, I think the punishment that he's going to impose. The judge is the ultimate arbiter of Donald Trump's punishment to impose in this case. There's nobody else that will have any say in that.
See, I'm not social power. You know what I mean? So I would love to be as powerful as the judge. You know what I mean? But the thing is, if I was ever put in a judge's scenario, I wouldn't believe that I even had the power to do anything, even though I was in the position of power. Because that's just not how I grew up. That's just not how it was for me. I'm used to things going somebody else's way and not my way. So even if I was the judge, if I was to say something, I wouldn't expect it to be done in my heart. You know what I mean? Obviously, it might be done. Say if I was a judge, but in my heart, I would never feel like it would go my way because it never has gone my way when it comes to those type of scenarios. But I would love to have the power of the judge. I wish that I was stronger I'm just not as strong. Like I'm a domestic violence victim. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not strong. All that shit doesn't make you strong. All that bullshit doesn't make you stronger. It makes you a lot weaker. Just so people know. It might make it so if you got in a fight, you would have a fucking adrenaline rush and have a fucking heart attack. But other than that, fucking doesn't make you any stronger. Makes you a lot weaker. If the closer you are to killing somebody, the weaker you are. So if you actually are getting pissed off and want to fucking do that type of shit, do that to somebody, that is when you are at your weakest. You know what I mean? The more you can tolerate bullshit, the more you can tolerate the person standing next to you without resorting to violence, the stronger you are. Because you don't want to be pissed off. You want to be happy. You know what I mean? It's easier to step on somebody if you're happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might look like you're stepping on somebody more if you're pissed off because you're running your mouth more, but the person that's happy in that situation is definitely winning that situation. Okay? The person that is happy and is calm and doesn't give a fuck and, you know what I mean, is definitely stronger. You know what I mean? If this person stretches the truth on what you said and it pisses you off, you're weaker. And if that person's happy and doesn't give a fuck, that person's definitely in a stronger position because you're the one who's getting pissed off. You're the one who's ready to go. You're the one who's ready to take it out. And they're just chilling. Ha ha ha. And then the law will do what they do once you pop off, and you're gonna end up getting in trouble, and that person's just gonna end up, you know, going home, vibing, whatever. You feel me? And they vibe with people better. They probably have more friends. They have more friends. You know, you can't have friends if you're an angry person. I'm not saying you can't have friends if you're an angry person, but you can, you know, it's harder to make friends if you're an angry person. You know what I mean? No one wants to hang out with an angry person. And it's just like how I said about the Jesus Christ thing. Like, what did I say? I said, oh man, I just had the connection. What was it? What did I say? I said, yeah, like I said, like, the more you can tolerate, the more friends you're gonna have. The more bullshit you can tolerate, the more friends you're gonna have. The less you let somebody else bother you, the more that person's gonna stick with you. So, like, if somebody says something to you that you don't like, if you act like you like it, they're gonna like you. Obviously, there's other ways of doing it as well. There's being assertive as well. You can be assertive and have your own opinions. That can also get you people to like you. But again, it's personality as well. You know, personality plays into it as well. You know, guess you gotta find the person that, you know, like, if you have the personality where you can make people believe whatever you think and what you want to believe. That was how Michael von Rotz was. Michael von Rotz was very opinionated. I don't agree with his opinions, but he was very opinionated and would try to change your mind about an opinion and wouldn't agree with your opinion on purpose just so that he could make you believe something else. It's what he thinks. You know, and he would stay strong. He would stay strong in his opinion. And most of the time it would work. And so that's why he has a girlfriend and I don't. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, people got to believe what you're saying. People got, you know, like, it's a strong trait, but that's his personality. You know what I mean? Like, that's his personality. I'm more introverted than that. That's an extroverted trait, and I'm an introverted. I have a lot of introverted traits, but only because of my circumstances growing up made me have introverted traits. I have some extroverted traits as well. But I was weakened, man. The domestic violence weakened me. And it made me unhappy. You know what I mean? It made me unhappy. And it's holding back aggression for the first 20 years of your life. You know, like, it's obviously going to play a huge effect on you when you're a grown-up. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to me. Okay, let's keep going with this. Let's fine. But, oh yeah, so let's do this. I just want to do this really quick. I'm going to show you, like I was saying this before, I'm going to show you Logan Paul and Mike Malak's Trump interview. I might not show the whole thing because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show it. Hopefully Logan gives me the okay. But I wanted to show you their talk. And then I wanted to show you a clip from MSNBC and how they made Trump out to be on their show. And show you the difference. Okay, which one should I show first? I'll show the MSNBC one first. This is how MSNBC makes you think about this person. This is what MSNBC makes you think about this person. I'm not a hater of MSNBC, but I'm just saying that this is how they make this person out to look. And then when you go over to the Impulsive podcast and watch him talk, you see the difference between what they make him out to look like and what he really looks like when he talks on the Impulsive show. Gotta find that video that I was watching. It's from a few days ago. Hold on. Where is it? Was this it? This is it. Right here.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. A lot has happened on Capitol Hill since the last time Donald Trump was there. There was the deadly insurrection that he incited. There was the Biden inauguration that he skipped. There was the record-setting second impeachment that he faced for the deadly insurrection he incited. And there was a time, in the immediate aftermath of all that, late January, February, March, it seemed he may never be welcome back. But we know how that turned out. Today, the former president and his 34 felony convictions trekked to Capitol Hill at the invitation of the House and Senate Republicans, where he was received like a different Don, a crime Don, seeking not supporters, but accomplices and co-conspirators.
They're using us as a bad example of democracy, and they're getting away with murder, and we're not going to let it happen. You're all either elected or you're going to be elected again and reelected, and with every one of you, and you know that, I'll be with you always. This is an outstanding group of people. I'm with them 1,000%. They're with me 1,000%. We agree just about on everything, and if there isn't, we work it out.
Now, the term kiss the ring has been used so often with Trump, it's virtually lost all meaning, but it really was on display today. Every this appearance was meant to convey the idea of Republican unity. That unity on Trump's terms, of course, essentially remaking the party of Lincoln into a mafia-type operation with him. The man who was convicted in a conspiracy to pay off former paramours because he feared their story's competition campaign. Liable for assault of exactly the kind that he brags about. A man who surrounded himself with Steve Bannon, to Peter Navarro, to Paul Manafort, to Roger Stone, to Michael Flynn. Trump himself is pardoned or commuted this as many of those men. Of course, because Trump explicitly envisions his interactions with people in these sort of organized crime transactional terms. You for me, and if I'm in a good mood, I'm happy with your performance, you'll get cut. And they're both signed up on display today in discussions with Capitol Hill Republicans. As sources told Punchbowl News reporter Jake Sherman, Trump singled out House Republicans who had voted to impeach him, saying out of the 10 that impeached, only one is left. There are actually 2 left, but this was Trump basically doing his impression of all the people in his gang who flipped on him. A sort of snitches get stitches, stay on my good side. If you think that kind of pressure doesn't work, look at the outgoing Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Remember what he said of Trump in the counteraction?
There's no question. Done. They're promptly and morally responsible for provoking the. No question about it. This was an intensifying crescendo of conspiracy theories, orchestrated by a president who seemed determined to either overturn the voters' decision or torch our institutions on the way out.
And yesterday, the old man, supplicant, submissive, bending over to kiss the ring.
Senator, how was it seeing the former president?
The questions from the audience, and it was entirely.
Despite all that, Glenn was enough to anonymously drip out details of Trump's backroom talk to Sherman, because again, you can never underestimate just how cowardly they are. For instance, when Trump told the House Republicans today that Milwaukee, where we're having a horrible city, another Republican source told reporters that Trump was rambling to the crowd, said it was like, and I quote, family union. Of course, in public, those anonymous Republican sources will fund him and give whatever he wants. And maybe you think this is all being too literal, hyperbolic with the metaphors. Crime bosses, accomplices, surely it doesn't explicitly promote their nature. But this is now actually part of this campaign. I still can't get over this. It completely are the mainstream media. I'll include us with this, with the exception of the Associated Press and a few others. But it was on display at his campaign rally last month in the Bronx when he shared the stage with a few supportive guests.
Where is Chef G? Where is he? Come on up.
Don't whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Make America great again.
To Trump, those rappers are valuable political allies. To the district attorney in Brooklyn, they are also in an extensive gang case where prosecutors say they gave material to street war with another gang.
Attorney Eric Gonzalez said the gang members used more than 30 guns to threaten or eliminate their rivals, total murders, and 12 non-fatal shootings.
What we learned in the investigation is that Chef G used a lot of the money to earn to facilitate further the members to violent crimes.
Chef G, who's the rapper who was on stage with Donald Trump invited up there, prosecutors allege Chef G threw a party at Manhattan Steakhouse for gang members to celebrate a dry shooting in which a rival gang member was killed and 5 others were injured. Alleged. Innocent until proven guilty in our system, but did you hear all that? Imagine what would have done with this headline if those 2 gentlemen had shown up at a rally for AOC? Or if the matter is that the Republican Party, conservative, and using a criminal model for the enterprise that is now the Republican Party.
So you hear that, like, obviously you got some
Good evening from New York.
Whatever, but you damn well know that, people make mistakes, you know what I mean, and but they made him out to be a crime boss, a mobster, you know what I mean. But if you go here and listen to what he has to say to Logan and Mike,
on some of the networks that you may have not gotten along with in the past. No, they're fake news. We had a street fight this past week. And how did it work out?
How you think, Mr. President?
I think you probably did pretty good. I've watched enough of you fight.
Unidentified aerial phenomena in the sky. We don't know what they are. Do you?
It's very possible. Really powerful stuff. They made a commercial, me promoting a product, and it wasn't me. And I said, did I make that commercial?
Rap beefs. Big rap beef just happened. Drake or Kendrick?
I think so too. This all my life. My whole life. Anyway, I felt the same.
How are you, Bob?
Is your brother good?
Yeah, he's excellent.
You have a good relationship with him, right?
With Jake? Yeah, we do now. But it's not always been like that.
It's always been, yeah, I can imagine.
My brother. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. And Tyson, we got it. Yeah, right? Who you got? When is that gonna be?
November. I got rescheduled.
Look, Mike was fantastic, but, Mike's a little older now.
Yeah.
And you guys can fight.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, but you guys can really fight, legitimately fight.
Thank you, sir.
At first I said, it's so amazing, because I always thought like a UFC guy or a top, even contender would be able to win at 75 years old.
You do think?
But it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
The clock is still the clock.
Yeah. I figured that out with Floyd as well.
Yeah, well, how about that, right?
I don't know.
I mean, it was even.
Yeah, which you shouldn't make.
Thought he would have won that fight.
That's what I thought.
Some people still think it didn't just for you guys.
Oh, no way. We got gifts.
So for a lot of money, this.
Oh, no way. Thank you, President.
He split it up. Here's
amazing.
This is
Is this your mugshot?
Yeah, can you?
You're a gangster.
This is what we're reduced to.
No way.
Should we put them on now?
That's amazing.
And it sells. Well, Elvis had one, Frank Sinatra had one. This shirt, and we've eclipsed them. A long time ago, we've eclipsed them.
This is crazy.
It's pretty good. And
I have to be honest, I'm jealous.
Actually, I'm not sure if I love it or not, but
No.
He sounds like a normal person.
Might as well monetize it.
A lot of people.
Well, Mr. President, people surely love it.
all the time.
They rallied
It's
behind
almost
it. They're
impossible
rallying
to have
behind you
someone
now.
get in trouble by the police.
More than ever.
And we had the biggest fundraising, I think, ever for any candidate ever anywhere in the world in the last 8 or 9 days. In hundreds of millions of dollars, and too bad it couldn't have been done for other reasons, but they viewed the cases being so corrupt and so ridiculous. Every one of the legal pundits, and they're great guys. When you look at Dershowitz, the whole group, that whole group of people, Andy McCarthy, Jonathan Turley, Greg Jarrett, every one of them, they came out and they said, there's not even a case here. There's no case. And when they saw the jury instructions, when they saw all the things that happened, and it's not like anybody's a friend of mine. Mark Levin is an example. They couldn't believe it. So unfair. It's a very unfair thing. And because of that, the fundraising numbers and the polls, but the that's sort of like a poll anyway, right? When you get right down to it. But the fundraising numbers went, I don't think there's ever been that much money raised that quickly.
You've become a martyr of
Hundreds
sorts.
of millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's insane. $140 million in May that you raised.
35 million in just hours after the birthday.
Yeah, 58 million within a few hours, and that was in small donations, like $71 something average. And over a period of a week, we even went to San Francisco. Now, not supposed to be, that's the belly of the beast, right? It's
Rare visit.
But they had thousands of people on the street. It was so positive, and they raised $12 million. The tech guys at one of the houses, David, fantastic people. And they were like, they gave me a lot of money. They've never been into doing that. And I think it helps that Biden is just so bad. He is so bad. He is the worst president in the history of our country. So that helps too.
You should make a diss track on him.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll do something.
I actually wanted to start there.
Go ahead.
Because one thing that I just can't seem to wrap my head around it is, you got these felony convictions and a lot of them, like more than Al Capone, right? And there was an uprising and people showed you their support with their donations. And a lot of people are saying it points out actually the unjust nature of America's justice system. So my question is, like, if that is your belief, if that is their belief, why do you have the desire to give your time and energy to a country or a system that's trying to take you down?
So I ran twice. I did much better the second time than the first time. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have done this. But we had it going like this country's never been going before. It was really good. Now it's really bad. The worst border in history. The worst inflation, I think, in history. I think the history of the country. The people getting decimated by it. All very flexible. All something you can fix. You can fix it fast. We were energy independent. We're going to be energy dominant very soon. All these things were happening. And then we had a terrible result in an election, and what happened was disgraceful, and we can't ever let it happen again. But we have a little expression, it's right on that hat, make America great again. And we can do that, make America great again. And this guy's not going to do it. This guy's destroyed our country. When you allow 15, 16, 17, they have no idea with the gotaways. million people coming out of jails, coming out of mental institutions, insane asylum. The insane asylums all over the world, the mental institutions are at the lowest levels. They've been at it for years. They're going to be totally empty. And you have terrorists coming into our country. We're going to be paying a big price, and we're going to solve the problem. We're going to solve it relatively quickly. But we have other problems too, with energy, with inflation. He's been a disaster as a president. He's the worst president we've ever had. The good news is he makes Jimmy Carter look brilliant by comparison. So Jimmy Carter's the only one that's happy with this.
Well, look, I think that's why a lot of people are so obsessed with you, Mr. Trump, Mr. President Trump. Well, because you're already a billionaire, right? You are essentially serving these people, and you don't have to be doing it.
No.
Being the president seems like a very hard job. You were at 3 meetings just before this. But I guess I'm asking, like, the desire to run and attempt to improve your country for these things you're saying becomes from what? Just the love of the country?
Well, the people, I'll tell you, when you look at the people, when you look at the crowds, I did a rally in New Jersey. We had 107,000 people there. You saw that last week. We did one in the Bronx. We had 25,000 people. And this was in the South Bronx, which is known as a rough area. And it was like a love fest. There was not even like... Nobody even raised a voice of dissent. The whole place, it was like a big love fest. Nobody could believe it. You saw that 3-4 weeks ago. There's tremendous, our country has tremendous potential, but it's going down the tubes very, very rapidly. Nobody has ever seen anything like it, the way it's being run. So bad. And we can change it. We can change it quickly. We have a debate coming up. That'll be interesting.
June 27, hosted by one of your favorite television networks, CNN.
Well, they gave me the option. They said, would you do it? And they didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. So they gave me everything. Fake Tapper and lots of other people that were going to, were involved. On CNN, they wanted it to be seated, which I didn't like. I said we should stand, and I think we won that point. But I would have agreed to whatever I had to agree to because they didn't want to do it. They thought that I wouldn't do it because it's CNN, but I've done plenty of CNN. I did a town hall not so long ago with CNN that worked out well. But I think they'll be fair. I think they're going to try and be fair, as fair as they can be. But I think it's important for there to be a debate. So they said, you want a debate? Yep, I'll accept. You don't even have to tell me. Then they said CNN. They said the different people that are involved. But let's see what happens. I used to get along with Jake Tapper. We'll see what happens. But it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it is.
That sentiment that CNN might be fair to you is a bit of a departure
I'd say a good 10% chance.
From your normal hardline stance. Do you think that you're starting to come around or soften your views on some of the networks that you may have not gotten along with in the past?
No, they're fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
No, they're so bad. One of the good terms, right? Fake news. But no, I don't think so. I thought maybe, I had one with Caitlin Collins about 4 or 5 months ago. It was one of the highest rated shows they've ever had. And I really thought they were going to go maybe sort of in the middle. But I was wrong about, as I'm getting on and I'm hearing the way I'm being announced, they said, hey, these people are playing hardball. They're making a big mistake, but the ratings for this debate, I guess, will be quite good.
Massive. Are you surprised by his decision to face-to-face with you?
You mean the fact that they're willing to do it?
That Biden's
a little bit. They didn't want to do it. They thought I turned CNN down. Look, CNN is the enemy. And they thought I was going to turn CNN, and Tapper is, one of the guys that, when I'm making a speech, so they're waiting for the nomination for months and months. I got it in the quickest fashion. Nobody's ever gotten a nomination so quickly. And I'm making my nomination speech, and they refuse to put it. They're covering it for months and months. Now I'm actually making my speech. This is the big night. I won the nomination, and they refuse to put it on. These are people that don't like Trump. But it's okay, because I think it's important to have a debate, or a number of debates, actually.
The fact that you are so vocal as well, especially on social media, I think works in your favor. And personally, I like that you come with receipts. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen you pull the money out
No, I
of your
understand.
jacket. Will you have receipts?
I like to do it.
Well, fact checking is fun.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna check a lot of things. It's gonna be an interesting. You will be watching, right?
I'll be watching.
We just don't want to schedule it around one of your fights.
Please don't.
You do pretty well.
Thanks. I'll be watching. Yeah, I always see you at
So do you
UFC.
ever, by the way, do you ever fight your brother?
That's the question. You want to know something?
I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah, because you are both good. Do you ever fight him?
Thank you. Not in real life.
You practiced a little bit.
Never.
with him,
We've
right?
never even sparred.
Really?
We don't know. I think.
Did you beat him up your whole life?
I didn't. I punched him in the face once because he took my glasses. But I was willing to step in for Mike Tyson when Tyson got sick and had to postpone his fight, and we actually like ran it up the chain at Netflix.
It's hard for brothers to fight, though. I think it's hard.
Nah,
I've seen it
Netflix
over
for a
the
big
years.
old bag. Like we figure it out once and for all.
I think it's. You don't think so? You love your brother.
Well, me and Jake decided that obviously, like, we both come from a place of love, and whatever the outcome would be, we'd have to be okay with it. But obviously, I love
No,
my
but the
brother.
shots to the face and.
Just one time though, for the rest of history, you know, that night goes down forever. The Klitschko brothers never did it.
No, they never did it, and they were both good, and they never did it. They were very good. But in fact, nobody really figured out maybe who was better. They had some good fights. They were tough, right?
Yeah, well, Jake's tough and he's good, but I'm one and
He's very good, and you're very good.
He had a street fight this past week against somebody from a squad you may know as the Nelk Boys.
Oh, right. When you said you had it out with
An actual street fight.
No, but a friendly one or an unfriendly one?
Oh, it was pretty unfriendly. I was there.
I would call it a waiver fight.
They have a great following, though. They're nice guys.
We love them.
They have such a. You do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad because I'm getting myself into a position here. They really are. They did. Dana White, who's fantastic
for sure.
He said, "Would you do the Nelk Boys?" I didn't know who they were. I did it, and they have a tremendous audience, which you can
ferocious.
right away. I did Dr. Phil the other day.
I saw it.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Right.
We love the Nelk Boys, by the way. The Nelk Boy we're talking about is like a.
His name's Bradley Martin. He's a big fitness guy because we know Kyle Forgard, Kyle, John Shahidi for years now.
They're great.
Bradley's this big 260-pound, bodybuilder, and for years he's called people out. I'm 260, I'll fight you, and got into it with Logan.
And how did it work out?
How you think, Mr. President?
I think you probably did pretty good. I've watched enough of you fight.
It was off camera. You know, it was cool. It was like a duel, like a good old fashioned, just boys being boys. No cameras.
It was a real deal.
The real deal.
And
no rules.
Was he finished?
He quit.
He did.
He quit.
But we were very impressed with him, actually.
He showed up.
He has no combat sports experience.
Yep.
Stepped up
He
to
just
somebody.
said he had muscle, but not the.
There's no training. There's no training.
You ever been in a fist fight, Mr. President?
Probably not. I've been like little duels, nothing like. I mean, I'd like to say, I fought my way through school.
Right.
I fought my way out of the Wharton School of Finance. But we didn't have a lot of fighters. We have fighters, but not that kind of fighters. But I've had a lot of fun. I'll tell you, we had a great time. Over the years, I've been very much involved with Mike Tyson. Mike is a great guy. My son, I have a beautiful boy, Baron, and he loves Mike Tyson.
Big boy,
huge.
He's a big boy, 6'9".
6'9".
PDF said 6'7".
And I couldn't get him to play basketball, play soccer. He's a good athlete too, good student,
Big boy for soccer.
but he's 6'9".
It's insane.
Good-looking guy, but he is a tall one. There's no question. I say, Baron, I don't want to take a picture next to you. It's
Neither do we.
crazy. We ought to make him a fighter, maybe.
Guys, it's 2024. We want to spend less to save more. That's just a fact. But how? How are we supposed to save when we're paying inflated prices for everyday essentials like gas and gas? And
Alright, no, I won't watch the whole thing. I'll just watch that much. I wanted to watch the whole thing. I like the whole thing, but just from what you see there, like, seems like a normal person with normal views. You know what I mean? He wants to stop fucking fentanyl from coming in. You know what I mean? Like, the news doesn't like him, clearly. You know what I mean? He made a mistake, got some felonies, whatever. I'm not voting Trump. I'm just saying, like, the way that, Like, if you're just sitting at your house watching TV, watching MSNBC, watching CNN, you need to get up out of your fucking house if you can and fucking... Or watch something that actually shows that person and that person talking, not a motherfucking news reporter on MSNBC or CNN. They have ratings, remember. You know what I mean? So they are trying to get their ratings, keep their ratings up by any means necessary. It's not just, I'm going to give you the news. It's, I'm going to give you the news in a way that makes you feel some type of way, so they can keep you viewing. They can keep your view. You know what I mean? So if everybody could just talk to President Donald Trump, you know what I mean? Or at least watch him talk, I think they would have a different kind of thought process on who he was. You know what I mean? But when a bunch of people don't like you, this is what the social circle does, guys. If the social circle doesn't like you, they're just gonna come at you and turn everybody into a hater. Just poison people's minds. You can do it to your fucking best friend. You can do it to the people around you. That's why I say you don't want to get too close to each other. Because the closer you get to somebody, the easier it is for that person to get to know you, and the easier it is for that person to turn people against you, or use whatever it is that you did against you. And it's the same thing in this situation. You know what I mean? Again, as much as I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm not a Democrat supporter either, I'm an independent, this could happen to anybody. What happened to Trump could happen to anybody. Not just in the presidential campaign, but just in life in general. You know what I mean? So, like, don't think that, Trump is this horrible person, because it could happen to you too in the social circle. If Biden hadn't fucking done student loan forgiveness, people would have been doing it to motherfucking him. Same with Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro got on there and was ripping Trump up. That shit could happen to him too. Everybody could go at you too, nigga. You know what I mean? Everybody could wait for you to slip too. And go at your ass too. Have the media shitting on your ass too. You know what I mean? Nobody's safe. Trump's just the man sitting in the seat right now. You know what I mean? And Biden is the guy who's tiptoeing around the seat by doing things that make people like him. But not things that are making people like him any more than anybody else. Things that are making people support him. Like student loan forgiveness. There's millions of people that are in that boat that he's helping out. Those are millions of voters right there. But that doesn't mean he's doing it because he fucks with you. That doesn't mean he's doing it because he likes you. Remember Jesus Christ, guys. Okay? Your homeboy would put you on the cross. Your wife would throw your ass on the cross if it was convenient enough for them. So you got to understand that none of this stuff there is views that they're trying to get and supporters that they're trying to get. And so yeah, for sure, man. Just don't fucking think that motherfucking it's all Trump's fault and we're all fucking Trump's just a piece of shit, you know, like, like anybody, you know, anybody, dog, anybody could get it like that. You know what I mean? Anybody. You know? If the media was super Republican, Biden would be getting that shit right now, and they would have been digging up shit on Biden. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm kind of happy that CNN and MSNBC are more Democrat biased. But I don't watch the news like that, so I'm not brainwashed into hating somebody. You know what I mean? That's what I felt like people were doing to me when I graduated high school, was brainwashing people to not like me. But because I can't prove it, I look like I have schizophrenia for even saying it. You know what I mean? Not even look like I have schizophrenia, actually get diagnosed with schizophrenia for saying it. You know, and that's a problem. That's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, people can literally slander you like they did to Donald Trump. And in real life, your friends can do that to you. Could cut you off, and if you were to say anything, they denied it, you would just look like you had mental health problems and need to go get diagnosed with fucking schizophrenia. It's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. It's like, if there's no evidence, if you can't find any evidence and you just think that's what's going on because shit just isn't going your way. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Give me some more followers, y'all. Come on. I shouldn't have said Trump is a piece of shit. I don't mind the guy. And what I think about the riots was he misspoke. He misspoke, and he wasn't physically in the riot that killed the people, so you know what I mean? Like, his supporters were. So I mean, if you want to arrest his supporters, a few of his supporters for trampling people in the riot, you know, do that. But scraping up, then you start scraping, and now you're saying, oh, it was his fault, you know, and he was, you know, like, let's see. We gotta see. Hold on. Let's see how accurate I am right now. Trump riot. This is what we need right here.
Let's have trial by combat.
For the land of the free. Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on President Trump.
The United States told all those people to do that. You know, come on. That's what the media is saying. That's what the media is saying. That's all I'm saying.
Coleslaw is fire.
30 or 40. More like 30 or 40. All right, I'm gonna log off here. Need more followers, so I got 30 more. 30 more followers, guys. 30 more followers. 30 more. 30 more followers. And I will be able to go affiliate on, let's just see. Look at this. Look at this. I've already completed the hang with my community. And I have 30 more. Build my community. Reach a total of 75 followers. I'm at 45. We are close. We are close to be able to enable subscriptions. We are close. So to get okay, so we got the consistency, we got the put the time in, but we need 300 unique chatters, fatters. We'll call them fatters because I'm a prick. We need 300 unique fatters in the last 30 days. We need to reach 75 viewers in the last 30 days. And we need to monetize my channel. We need to reach 20 subscribers in the last 30 days. Those aren't going to be done for a long time. And then there's another tier. 25 subscribers in the last 30 days for further monetization. 100 viewers in the last 30 days. 500 people in chat. And 1,500 subscribers. Or followers, sorry. 1,500 followers. These are reachable goals. These are reachable goals, especially for the subscription. So we'll work on the subscription and then we'll see what happens. I'm done for the day. I'm the Virgin Noah, Chef Boy Robert, the Demigod Robo, Dizzy Evanston Von Rotes the First, Noah.Robo. Noah.